question? Kelly?
Kevin, in terms of trying to find a rhythm, how important are games like these, as the playoffs are just like 2 weeks away, in terms of just getting guys on the same page?
I think we've been on the same page. I think we got a rhythm. I think we've been, on the same page from the beginning. Our games always come down to knocking down shots. I think defensively we're on one string. I think we make the right plays. Turnovers could be better throughout the season, but I think we knock down shots that just opens up our whole game. I think a lot of the times when we struggle is because we generate good shots, but we're not necessarily knocking them down. But tonight we started off shooting confidence. Tari was incredible to start the game. Reed came out with energy. I just think the energy, effort, and togetherness was there from the beginning, and we fed off it throughout the whole game. We just didn't start off that way. We had plenty of games this year where we started off great and let the team get back into the game easily. And they got back into it, but we stayed poised that second quarter and was able to push the lead up. We cut to 10. We just kept pushing the lead up. We didn't let them get over the hump.
I think there was a set action in the first quarter where I think you were having the ball the right wing, pick and roll with LP, and he threw a lot to Craig McDormand. How easy are plays like that, and how much do you want to see that more of?
Yeah, I mean, quick actions like that, when a team gonna just trap me on the pick and roll, blindly trap, it don't even have to be a screen sometimes. They're gonna jump out and try to get the ball in my hands. We've been creating that 2-on-1 on the backside the whole year, and I think, the more we convert on those actions, the easier our game is gonna be. And I think a lot of times we just haven't converted, knocking down those threes or making the correct pass, but throughout the whole season, we've grown and learned from it, watching film, understanding what guys are gonna be. And even though it's later in the season, we're starting to understand more and more. Even though we had tough 2 games in the first two games of the road trip, but I still felt like we were moving the ball great. You know what I'm saying? So we have to build on that. I know that we're not going to make 15 of our 35 threes, 43% of our shots all the time, but I just like the shots we're generating and how we're confident in shooting them. We deliver the results.
Can you talk about the sacrifice that Alfie made tonight? He finished the game with 13 points and 10 assists. They only took 5 shots, and as the second option on the team, and as many high volume shots that he takes, what does it mean for him to sacrifice it right there?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I don't even look at it as first and second options. I just feel like some nights guys are gonna take more shots. I mean, there's plenty of nights where Reed come off and he's the first option some games, or Twin the first option some games. So having different attacks is always good. And I just love the way he played tonight. He came out super aggressive last game, and this game, when you can play different games like that and become a versatile player, you can switch attacks like that. It just makes our whole team better. And definitely would like to see him shoot more, but I felt like he was trying to get everybody involved. 10 assists, only 2 turnovers. That's a great game. But it's gonna be games like this, and it's gonna be games like he had last game when we need him to score baskets. But being able to do both is good.
Kevin, you've talked all season about how important it is for some of the young guys and just to be patient that they were getting it together. How does it feel to get to this point and see different ones stepping up and kind of really starting to feel what they've been trying to work on? Like Tari, we saw Reed. How much does that mean for the team?
Yeah, I just love their confidence. Tari, everybody in the world has been telling him how much he's in the slump. He shoots bad. You're seeing it from all angles, but for him to come out with that toughness that he had these last couple of games and not worry about none of that, shoot the ball with confidence, and it's great that 8 rebound. I mean, he's been rebounding the ball well, driving the ball well this whole time. I just think his 3-pointer's just been off, but he's shooting the ball with confidence. He, not hesitating at all. Usually when we hesitate and you're indecisive, that's when the misses come. But he was straight to the point tonight. Reed, straight to the point tonight, got to it, right as soon as they got to the game, and that's what we're gonna need from going forward. Don't hesitate. Don't ease your way into the game. You guys can, we tell them they take us to the next level. So as much aggressive as they can be, we need that from them.
Katie, what comes to mind when you think about maybe your initial thoughts when you first played with Reed in that first practice in the game to the development that you see on a daily basis now?
Yeah, I mean, I just think early on, this is basically his first year. I just always tell him to stop playing so fast. And I think, if you look at him in the pick and roll throughout the season, midway through the season, when he's just playing with pace in the pick and roll a little better. He's not playing 100 miles an hour. He might, you know, start fast and slow up and, you know, hezzy a bit. You have a nice hezzy today. You know, so yeah, I just like that he's playing at his pace and he's starting to get comfortable either coming off the bench or starting. You know, you never know in this league. You might switch lineups every game, you know, so you got to be prepared for it. That's why we get paid money, is to be pros and be ready at any moment. And for him to come off the bench, you know, get 20 and 5 after starting the last 3 games, you know, it shows a professionalism.
Kevin, different topic, but the Comets announcement yesterday, as a basketball savant, what does that mean to you to see a WNBA team here?
I'm so happy to see that. You know, the Comets is our historic franchise, a historic brand. They kick-started the WNBA. I feel for the people in Connecticut though, because they definitely, you know, supported their team through and through. But they got UConn's women's basketball. They'll be honest. But I'm glad they're back. You know, glad we can honor the legends that played for the Comets earlier. You know, before the game started. You know, can't wait to see WNBA basketball in Houston.
Got another women's hoops question for you. Did you see Madison Booker's shoes last night? Is it cool to see those shoes and number 35 in burnt orange in a game that's similar in a way to yours?
Did you see that we signed her? She's a KD athlete.
He hasn't hit her in a while.
All right, my bad. So yeah, she better have worn KD's back. I'm so happy for our women's team making it to the Final Four, second consecutive year. Looking forward to it. I feel like this is a great opportunity for us to go ahead and get us one, man. But Maddie's been representing the school, you know, the state of Texas school. You know, she's having a legendary career there for sure. And I'm looking forward to seeing her play in the fourth.
Throughout your career, teams have tried to crowd you and hold you a lot more coming around the screens, keep you from getting the ball. How have you been able to adjust your game to not let it affect you, knowing that a lot of times the refs are probably not going to make that call?
Yeah, it's just be aggressive, running to the ball, and just knowing when I catch the ball, then these guys get a little nervous, you know. So keeping the ball away from me is the best way for some of these guys to guard me. So just being more physical, slowing down, being patient, let my teammates screen for me, and then once I get the ball, they're at my mercy, you know. So I just try to slow down. Sometimes I play too fast and try to run to the ball too quickly. But if I play at my pace and slow down and use my physicality, then they're at my mercy.
It was a play, I think, in the third quarter where you hit a shot and then kind of pounded your chest and sets into the Knicks bench. What were you telling them?
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks bench got a lot of energy. That's why they're starting 5 feet off of them so much throughout the season. I mean, you just see it from the TV that they're there supporting their guys. You know, that's all they were doing. Good defense. When I missed a shot, even though it wasn't good defense, it was just all me missing a shot. Just, you know, Sohan is definitely a great teammate. He's just pumping his guys up all the time. So yeah, I enjoy that back and forth with the bench. That brings out the best in me. So yeah, of course, when I hit a shot, you start talking. To start the game, I hit a shot, definitely giving them a look. But it's all in fun. It's a part of the game, and I respect that team.
A lot of just 2 turnovers for you tonight. When the teams trapped you, Ime said you did a better job of not returning your pass.
Yeah.
Seemed like you were able to get that to Albie a little bit more. What went right in that area?
Yeah, I mean, usually when I'm trying to play too fast, hurry up and get an advantage. You know, I see 2 people on me, I don't want to wait for so long and take away the advantage that we got on the backside. So these teams know that, so they might get their hands on a basketball when I'm trying to throw it quick. But usually when I take my time, you know, they're not going to get out the trap. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to trap me quick and then get back to their man. So by the time I throw it back, the advantage is over. But I hold the ball. These guys just want me to get off the ball. So I can hold it for a little bit longer, wait till my guys set up, and then make the plays. And I think tonight, the last few games, I've been doing a better job at that. But it's going to come a time when I'm trying to play fast. I'm trying to get something happen. And the great team's going to put their hands on a few basketballs. It's about learning from those and getting back and trying to make a play and not let that turnover, you know, turn into an easy 2 points. But definitely gonna turn the ball over more, man. I mean, it's just part of the game with so much pressure on me and so many people guarding me that sometimes it's gonna happen. But I'm conscious of it every game.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.